Howdy everyone, it's just another Tuesday here in Song of the Dayland, and it's October 13th. We have no shout outs today from what my sidekick is telling me. So we'll get right down to the tune of the day. It's from 1972 and it's by Steve Goodman. I've done a couple of Steve Goodman tunes before. He wrote City of New Orleans. He performed The Dutchman by Michael Smith. And this song is the title track from his album in 1972. It's called Somebody Else's Troubles. And Steve was a pivotal piece of the Chicago folk singer puzzle in the early 70s. Him and John Prine and Bonnie Kolock, Ann Hills, the Holstein brothers, Fred and Ed. They were all hanging out there in Chicago and playing at the Fifth Peg, and then they opened up a club called Somebody Else's Troubles, and it was a huge scene in the early 70s in Chicago, huge, and continues to this day to be a big scene with the Old Town School of Folk Music and all of those. There's still a bunch of clubs, places to go to hear folk music. So this song is from that album. It's the title track, Somebody Else's Troubles. Bob Dylan is playing piano and singing background on this song. And he had to use a pseudonym because of his contractual stuff. I forget what the pseudonym was. But there were many other people singing backup with him. I think Bonnie Kolock and John Prine might have been there. Anyway, it's a great song. It has a great message. And here we go. Yesterday I went downtown, saw an old time picture show, and the hero got a pie in the face. He didn't like that and he stormed around the screen, and everybody else was laughing in that place. Yeah, you know it ain't that hard to get along with somebody else's troubles. They don't make you lose any sleep at night. Just as long as fate is out there busting somebody else's bubbles, well, everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Tell me, did you ever have to pay for something you didn't do? Did you ever figure out the reason why? And when the doctor says this is gonna hurt me a lot more than it hurts you, well, did you ever figure out that that's a lie? You know it ain't too hard to get along with somebody else's troubles. They don't make you lose any sleep at night. Just as long as fate is out there busting somebody else's bubble, well, everything's gonna be alright. Everything will be alright. And I saw the boss come walking down along that factory line. He said we all have to tighten up our belts, but he didn't look any thinner than he did a year ago. And I wonder just how hungry that man felt. You know, it ain't too hard to get along with somebody else's troubles. They don't make you lose sleep at night. But just as long as fate is out there busting somebody else's bubbles, everything's gonna be alright. You know everything's alright. And I asked that undertaker what it took to make him laugh when all he ever saw was people crying. First he hands me a bunch of flowers he's received on my behalf, and he said, business just gets better all the time. You know it ain't too hard to get along with somebody else's troubles. They don't make you lose any sleep at night. Just as long as fate is out there busting somebody else's bubbles, well, everything's gonna be alright. You know, everything's gonna be alright. Somebody else's troubles. It's always easy to laugh at somebody else's troubles. When they're your troubles, oh my, they're yours. That's Steve Goodman. Great songwriter, great guitar player, great artist. Check him out if you haven't already. He's well worth it, believe me. So that's it for the Song of the Day, and we will see you all tomorrow. And until then, please stay safe and keep well, be kind to each other, wear your mask, and anything else, Kath?
Keep on the sunny side.
Oh, God, she remembers. I think she's heard it now a few hundred times. So that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. We love you. Bye-bye.